So I'm going to give you guys. It's not my top 10 NBA players list. This is the top 10 player list. Okay, coming in at number 10, I have Donovan Mitchell. If it was my list, he wouldn't be on here. All right. But I feel like since it's the list, Donovan Mitchell has to be on here. This year he did make an all NBA team first. I don't know who he knows in the front office or whatever, but in the NBA. But yes, he made it there. Now, for some positives here.
How do you say sucky sucky?
Positives here. Donovan Mitchell is the best player on the best or second best team in the league this year. Okay, and he has some moments. He's a really good scorer. Okay, he's an alpha scorer on any team, championship, whatever. And he has some really good things. He held the team over when they had injuries, things like that. Bad things that I don't like about Donovan Mitchell, why he's at 10 and not higher, okay, is number one, scoring is all he does. And being that scoring is all he does, he's not the best scorer in the league. He's not even up there, the top 3 or 4. So, he's a prolific scorer, but not the best or one of the best. Okay. And again, scoring is all he does. He's not a defender. He's not going to get other people involved. Coming in at number 9, I have LeBron. Okay. And again, this list is right now and heading into next year. Okay. This is not a fucking career achievement award. Okay. So I have LeBron James coming in at number 9. Again, an all NBA performer. As an old man, he's the best old man to ever play in the league. He carried the Lakers team, especially before Luka got there, and even when Luka first got there, Luka was still a lot rusty, and LeBron really held them over. He was the most consistent player on that team. Some negatives. We saw some kinks in the armor this year, especially in the playoffs. Getting tired a lot. Not being able to play both sides of the ball as efficiently as he once did in the past, and things like that. So LeBron James comes in at number 9.
Co-son.
Coming in at number 8, I have another older gentleman, and Steph Curry. Okay, Steph Curry is still dynamic and prolific. Okay, as far as what Steph Curry does, Steph Curry still does it at a very high level. Okay, some of the things that Steph Curry has historically not done as well kind of was a little louder this year. And with age that's going to happen. Okay. He got injured in the playoffs, and a lot of people attribute that to how much he was being utilized throughout the year and how much they had to lean on him and things like that versus, of course, when he's younger, that's not that big of an impact or deal. Now, that's number 8. Coming in at number 7, as far as the best player in the NBA right now, I have Jalen Brunson. Again, very dynamic, prolific scorer. He is the reason for the Knicks resurgence. Okay, the New York Knicks resurgence. Again, another All NBA performer here. He's been really great. I was wrong on my initial feelings on New York giving him the first deal. I thought that was overpriced, and I was wrong, dead wrong on that. Okay?
I was too.
Negative wise, again, it's not my list, it's the list, but small scoring guards, they have a ceiling on where their teams can go, and especially in Brunson's case, because not only is he a small scoring guard, but he's like the offense. He's the New York Knicks offense, and they come and go as he come and goes.
Yeah, no, I mean, I watch him game after game, and I'm just watching. I'm like, how the hell does he do it? like seriously, like you're just watching, and
he's in the wrong era. He belongs in the early 2000s era with Iverson and Marbury and all of those guys who could, and he would have fared better in that era. But now, in a more team-centric, more just more dynamic, bigger players, I just don't think, that he's going to bowl well. And he's going to age poorly.
Yeah.
Now that I know for sure. He's going to age poorly. Yeah. Okay, what's that? Coming in at number 6. I got Anthony Edwards here, man. just shy outside the top 5. Again, playoffs isn't everything, but it ain't nothing either. You know what I mean? And for all the reasons we talked about earlier, but because this may be a singular clip, Anthony Edwards, again, he's a dynamic, prolific player, man. He's a scorer, and he does defend. I talk trash about him not defending the best players, but he's definitely not a cone. Okay, he can defend. He does things well on the defensive end. Okay, offensively, he can score. And this year and a little bit of last year, he's shown the propensity to play make and get other people involved. So he's not just only a scorer. He can make the right play and do different things. So he will grow and most likely grow into that as well. So that is the positive. Again, on the negative side, I just think he has a tough mentality to win with. It's never his fault. He doesn't defend the best player on the best team every night, hardly any nights. Okay, and he doesn't. His game doesn't match the moments. He doesn't come to play in the biggest times, in the biggest moments, and especially when there's another player in his position on the other side. You know what I mean? So, but coming in number 6, that's still pretty good.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think we're starting to see the ceiling on him though, and it is that drive and that ability to do what you do on command.
Yeah.
That's the difference. That's what the great guys can do, and he seems to really be struggling with that. And that I don't personally like his supporting cast a whole lot, but again, tonight, elimination game, you can't be down 30. I don't care. And you got to go down guns blazing.
Yeah.
You got to go down 35, empty the clip. Even if your team loses, you played your ass. Like, you got to go down in a way that no matter anybody watching that game, whether your team wins or loses, go, damn, that guy played hard.
Yeah.
That's it.
100%.
It's at the end of the day, it's not hard.
Damn, this guy gave it his all.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Even in a loss.
Yeah.
Okay. Coming in at number 5, I have Tyrese Halliburton. Okay.
The meteoric rise.
I want to give you guys, he was an All-NBA performer too, but listen to these other guys that he's on the All-NBA team with. He's on there with Karl Anthony Towns, a guy you don't like. A guy, and James Harden, a guy I don't like.
I don't like him either. don't try to.
No, I didn't say he was your guy.
I don't want anybody to watch this and think that I might like him. I want it to be clear and unequivocal. The beard is bullshit.
But these are the guys that he's paired with on the All-NBA 13. But anyway, Tyrese Halliburton, again, he's here. We see him now. We hear him now. Okay? And with Halliburton, it's not all about stats. You can't look at the points per game and rebounds per game and be like, oh, well, you have to really watch the game to understand his impact. Okay, and even his 9 assist a game, that doesn't do anything. I think Trae Young averages more assists, but Tyrese Halliburton is the best per point guard in the league. Okay, the way he gets the ball out of his hands, the hockey assists, I guarantee you he averages more hockey assists than anybody in the league. That's when his pass goes to another pass that leads to a bucket. Okay, because that's the way he plays the game. And then also, as a per point guard, he will get you the big buckets in the big time moments. He's shown that year after year. Coming into the playoffs, he was 9 for 10 in game winner, game time shots. And in the playoffs, I mean, he just literally took off from there. So you talking about a guy who shoots 90% in those moments over the course of the last 2 seasons. That's fucking nuts and insane. Okay, but some of the negatives, not as many because we just haven't seen him enough. We haven't seen him do it long enough. That's one negative. Another is there are some, at times there are some games where I guess because the Pacers are so deep and so loaded, Tyrese Halliburton doesn't have to do much. He doesn't have to insert himself as much as some of these other guys on this list has to. But I have him at number 5. At 4, I have Luka. Okay, Luka comes with a share of positives and negatives. Positives, I think there's just nobody that can do anything with him. okay, on the offensive when he has the ball. Okay, I think he's an offense onto himself. He can score at will. He can get others involved. He can rebound. All of that good stuff. Negatively wise, defensively is a huge problem. It's a huge problem. And also, he may not be, and I say may not because they say that in shape is a problem, right? But I don't know. I don't see a guy.
What do you mean by that?
I don't see a guy that's out of shape.
You're saying that him not being in shape
is a problem.
Okay.
But I don't think it's that he's out of shape because I've seen him make extended long playoff runs and him be fine. I think the defense is his number one problem, and his want to his fucking whatever. I think that's it. His want to play defense, and then his ability to play defense is a huge problem for him, and why he's not higher on the list. But he's so dynamic and so prolific, and still does multiple of other things, is what lands him at number 4 on this list. Now coming in at number 3, I quivered with this, man. I went back and forth, but I'm going to land at Giannis. Okay, I got Giannis at number 3, and I really wanted to put Giannis at number 2. I really wanted to. Okay, Giannis is a phenomenal player. Offensively, we all know what he does offensively, but what I loved about him this year, Dame went out, and Dame was out several times, even throughout the regular season before he blew his ACL. Giannis was the point guard, And how many power forwards in the history of the league could run an offense for an extended period of time, of months? Like, there is none. Kevin Garnett, Dirk Nowitzki, all of these guys, like, the ball would be in the fucking ninth stand if they had to, you know what I mean? And he did that for the extended time and was really awesome at doing it. You know what I mean? He averaged over 8 to 9 assists a game, and still was able to give you offensive output of over 30 points. Of course, he's going to give you close to 10 boards. He's a monster. He's a freak of nature, okay? Negatively, we still got the shooting. Free throws, his free throw percentage was worse this year. That's unfortunate that this late into his career, he's like having...
There's no growth there.
There's no growth. Matter of fact, there was a regression there.
Yeah.
Okay? And also, no one believes that his game is going to age well, and he's going to be one of those guys. He's going to be over the 30 heel. He's 30 now. He's going to be 31 when the season starts. So that's a potential issue as well.
Yeah, I co-sign what you're saying there.
Okay. Number 2, I got Nikola Jokic. Okay, what can you say? He's another freak of nature, but for a different reason. Like, it's not athletically freak of nature, but he's a monster. Okay, controls the game. Okay, we know that the Denver Nuggets was not a comparable team at all to the OKC Thunder, and he took them to 7. And that's what we want to see from Anthony Edwards. Like, that's the type of stuff. Yes, go down fighting. Show me what you got. And you know what I mean. And in the end, he didn't have enough. I talked trash about Alex Caruso shutting him down and things like that, which was a slight joke because of course it was more of a team effort. But Alex Caruso was the initial defender there. Defensively, it still remains my issue with Jokic. He doesn't defend the paint. You have to do a lot around him in order for the defense to work. So that's why I wanted to put him at number 3. But he's just so fucking dynamic offensively that you just can't deny him. You can't.
I agree with that.
All right, number 1, SGA. It's not because OKC beat Denver and now SGA is the best player in the league and not Jokic, and it's not that. SGA, again, just like Halliburton, SGA is here now, okay? You have to deal with him. He's a two-way player, okay? He's a guy that's the best player on the best team, okay? Scoring over 30, okay? And he's showing up in every big game, and he's dominating his matchups, okay? He's the best player in the league.
We're the MVP.
There you go.